What attracted you to these fantastic products? What attracted you to the Herbalife support system? A chance to work with others to make your dreams come true. I don't know what all of those early decisions you made were that attracted you to this business, but it's not a bad idea to go back and think about that. What did I have in mind when I first heard the Herbalife story? What went through my mind? What I could do with this business? What I could do with these products? It doesn't hurt to go back and review that and to solidify that, to anchor it, to lock it down. Then you must also, from there, start amplifying your own system of thinking about your goals and thinking about your future. Some things you thought of that you could do now that you've been in the business for a while. Maybe you've been here for 1 year, 2 years. Now you need to reevaluate your goals, because a year ago, here's all you could see. When you first joined, this was all that you could possibly think about. We've all heard those testimonials that have inspired us all. When someone first joined, they said, if I could only make just $500 a month, that would be fantastic. But it wasn't long until they started changing those goals. But you must not only think of the financial goals that are possible for you, but all of the rest. And here's what I call all of those refinement of your goals, and that's reasons to do well. If you have enough reasons, you can do anything. If you have enough reasons, you can go as far as you want to go, cash in on all that you want to cash in on, if you have enough reasons. Enough reasons to get up early. Enough reasons to stay up a little late. Enough reasons to buckle down and learn the disciplines. Enough reasons to put yourself through the paces. Enough reasons to develop the language. Enough reasons to pay the price. Enough reasons to put your faith to work. If you'll come up with enough reasons, Herbalife can supply the rest in terms of challenge, opportunity, a company to work within, people to help you, a support system to be part of. All of that's possible. But you've got to constantly refine your goals. Some that you went for in the beginning, you've cast aside. I did that. Some things I went for all those years ago when I first started building my organization, some things I went for, I'm telling you, it cost me too much. If I'd have known what it was going to cost, I never would have paid. I've learned to adjust my goals. Something that was an obsession, found out, hey, that's not really what I want. First, there's too big a price to pay. Second, when you finally get it, it doesn't taste that good. So this is an ongoing process for you personally, for your business, and for your family. Keep refining your goals. Purpose is stronger than object. What you want is important, but what for is even more important. So decide what you want. Decide what you want it for. Keep working on that. Because if you work on that part, Herbalife's working on this part, the President's team's working on this part, all of that fits together. And if you'll keep a clear vision of the reasons why you want Herbalife to work for you, I'm telling you, then you will be more apt to cash in on the Herbalife opportunity and use this support system to change your days, to change the momentum of your organization, to change your future. Refine your goals. Now here's another one, and that is to believe in yourself. To believe that you have the power that we talked about earlier to change your life in any direction, any dimension that you want to. Believe in yourself. You've got to believe in the future. You've got to believe in the country where you live. You've got to believe in the economic system. You've got to believe that there are leaders that can figure out politically that we're going to be okay. We're going to develop a better world in the next few years than we've had in the last few years. You've got to believe in your community. You've got to believe in your church or your synagogue. You've got to believe in the people around you. Herbalife gives you plenty to believe in: the future, the vision, the possibilities, the opportunity. But here's the most important, and that is to believe in yourself. That if you need answers, they're right there within your own consciousness. If you need support, you've got it. It's there. Believe in yourself. You have the capability and the power. Don't complain about what there isn't available. You can make up for that with your own faith and your own strength and your own power. Who was it that said, I complained about not having any shoes until I met someone who had no feet? You have got all that it takes. You have got within you the ability to see, believe, have faith. And so this year of high Herbalife momentum, high Herbalife intensity, mix that with your belief in yourself, and your life will change, your days will change, your organization will change, it'll all change. Here's another one, just a couple of more. Next is to ask for wisdom. We all need to rely on a higher power. Within Herbalife, we rely on those that have gone before and developed this powerful organization. We look to Mark for this incredible vision of the future to do mega billions in terms of the scope of the company's power and ability to do business. We rely on that. We look up to that. We look up to the inspiration of those testimonials of those that have reached the Chairman's Club, the President's Team, the Millionaire Team, all the rest. But we must look also to a higher power within ourselves. I am a believer. And sometimes when there doesn't seem to be any other answers, prayer, looking to a higher power, I think has a lot of validity. And it'll help you in your search for peace. It'll help you in your search for progress. It'll help you in your search for domestic tranquility. It'll help you in your search for balancing your life. It'll help you in your search for giving all that you've got and putting it into everything that you do. It'll give you some answers in terms of how far you want to go, how large a scope you want your life to encompass, how much you need to pay for the future, not too much, but enough to make your dreams come true. Sometimes that comes from asking and relying on a higher power. Here's another one. Conserve your time. We've all been given the same amount of time. I remember when it finally occurred to me that rich people have about 24 hours a day and poor people have about 24 hours a day. What an incredible discovery. I said, wouldn't that make me curious? Here's the rich with the same time and the poor with the same time. I wonder what the difference is. And here's what life is all about, discovering the difference of how some people have learned to cash in on the time they've got, to cash in on the day and make it 5 times more valuable now than they used to be able to 5 years ago, to capitalize on the time that you have, to capitalize on the time, to capitalize on the freedom. If you have the time and you don't use it wisely, then you're probably destined to live less than a life in a lifetime. But if you learn to capitalize on your time, here's what's possible. You can live 5 lifetimes in one. You can live 10 lifetimes in one. Because life is not just the passing of time. Life is a collection of experiences, their intensity and their frequency. And Herbalife gives you that chance to have a much wider world than probably you could have just by yourself. Herbalife gives you a chance to think beyond where you are. Maybe for all those years before you found Herbalife, you just thought locally right around where you were because that was the extent of the opportunity. But now that Herbalife has come along and you have this chance to think beyond just around where you are, to think beyond touching just a few people into touching many, many people. That now, if you'll conserve your time and use it wisely, and I'm telling you, business-wise, you can live several lifetimes in one. And experiences in touching people's lives, having them come back and thank you for it, there is no greater gift. It's one of the reasons why I still travel all around the world to all of these countries. Sure enough, someone says, Mr. Owen, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, I listened to your story, I listened to what you had to say, and it touched my life. Look what's happened to me. You can't buy that with money. So I'm asking you to wisely use your time, what time you've got. I don't know if you've got 10 years left or 20 years left or 30 years left. It did occur to me not long ago, I'm working on the last half of my life, probably. But whatever time you've got, whether it's a little time or a lot of time, here's the key. Cash in on it. Don't let it just slide by. Cash in and make this time valuable. Make this time useful. If you've got an hour, fill it up. If you have a day, fill it up. If you have a chance to talk to someone fill up that conversation with all that you've got and all that you know and all that you feel. And if you'll start cashing in on the time that you've got, I'm telling you, life will give you the opportunity to live more than one lifetime in a lifetime.